The rain that night came down like the sky itself had cracked open. Streets turned into rivers, and ditches overflowed like restless streams. In a small town nestled near the riverbanks, Daniel, a single father in his 30s, was rushing to bring his 8-year-old daughter, Emily, home before the flood grew worse. He had learned to live with storms, not just the weather, but the storms life had thrown at him since his wife passed away 3 years earlier. Being a father, a provider, and a protector all at once had hardened him, but it had also made his heart softer in ways he never expected. As he steered the old pickup truck carefully along the dimly lit road, the headlights caught something, a figure thrashing in the rushing water by the bridge. At first, he thought it was debris, but then he heard the faint cry. Someone was drowning. His instincts flared. Without hesitation, Daniel pulled over, told Emily to stay in the truck, and ran into the freezing water. The current pulled hard, but his arms fought harder. He reached the woman, half-conscious and gasping for air, and dragged her out onto the muddy ground. She coughed violently, water pouring from her lungs. "Are you okay?" "Stay with me," Daniel urged, pressing his jacket around her. She whispered something, but it was too faint to catch. Before he could ask more, the distant sirens of rescue teams grew louder. The paramedics arrived, loaded her onto a stretcher, and rushed her away. Emily clutched his hand. "Daddy, you saved her." He nodded, wiping rain from his face. "Sometimes, Em, we just do what we can." The night passed with little sleep. The storm cleared by dawn, leaving behind silence broken only by dripping branches and the hum of cleanup crews. Daniel tried to put the night behind him, but a part of him kept wondering about the woman. Who was she? Would she be okay? He told himself he might never know. The next morning, just as he was pouring cereal for Emily, there was a knock at the door. Surprised, Daniel opened it to find the same woman, pale but steady, wrapped in a borrowed hospital blanket. She looked different now, stronger, more present. "You," she said softly, her eyes locking onto his. "You're the man who pulled me out." Daniel blinked. "You shouldn't be out of bed. You almost drowned." She smiled faintly. "I had to see you. I couldn't let another day pass without telling you the truth." Emily peeked from behind her father's leg, wide-eyed. Daniel ushered the woman inside, offering her the couch. She lowered herself carefully, taking a shaky breath. "My name is Claire," she began. "I wasn't just caught in the storm last night. I was running from something I couldn't face anymore. And you saved me in more ways than one." Daniel frowned, unsure what she meant. Claire's eyes filled with tears. "I've been carrying a secret. The truth is, I came back to this town searching for someone. I never expected to almost lose my life in the process. But maybe that's what it took to find him." She reached into her damp bag and pulled out a small, worn envelope. Her hands trembled as she extended it to Daniel. He hesitated, then took it. Inside was a photograph of a little girl, no older than Emily, with a handwritten note on the back. His chest tightened as he read the words, "For the daughter I was never able to raise." Daniel looked up sharply, confused. Claire's voice broke. "That little girl is Emily. I'm her biological mother." The room froze. Daniel's mind reeled. He had raised Emily alone since his wife's passing, believing she had no one else. And now, standing before him was a woman with the same eyes as his daughter. Emily stepped forward, clutching the photograph in her small hands. She looked from Claire to her father, not fully understanding, but sensing the gravity in the air. Daniel swallowed hard, emotions crashing like the floodwaters from the night before. He didn't know what tomorrow would bring or how to piece together the truth. But in that moment, with rain still dripping outside and a stranger-turned mother sitting in his living room, he felt the unshakable weight of fate. Sometimes the storms that destroy also reveal. And sometimes, the people we rescue bring with them secrets that change everything.